It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? And it's time now for the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Thursday night, September 17th, 2020. It's 10 o'clock. Mountain temperature is 68 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Thursday night is Postmaster reassures state officials about voting by mail. Nevada AG criticizes Trump's nonsense claim that governor will cheat with ballots. In call with Senate Democrats, Biden vows aggressive campaign schedule and promises not to take election for granted. Top black Democrats tax god-awful AG Bill Barr carved for coronavirus lockdowns and slavery. Crew battles more than 44,000-acre bobcat fire burning near Mount Wilson Observatory. Trump accused of sexually assaulting model Amy Dorset 1997 U.S. Open. Boston restaurants are making fun of the winter, but what do diners want? Controversial CDC guidelines were written by HHS officials, not scientists, report said. Arizona ships toward Biden, and Biden prepares to drive-in town hall. New Biden ad targets Latino voters. FBI Director Ray warns of very active efforts by Russians to influence the 2020 election. Critics condemn Trump's rewind of recent American in D.C. speech. Europe is fighting the second wave of coronavirus pandemic. Belarus president closes western borders, puts army on high alert. Why politicians in France can't stop talking about crime. More than 30% of Massachusetts now in extreme drought. Boston vehicle splits in half in a fatal crash in Boston Hyde Park. Vicky Wiggins were running low as they strode over the Central Atlantic on Thursday. Teddy May approached New England and Atlantic Canada as a hurricane. Tropical depression 22 forms the Gulf of Mexico. And more than 3,000 test positive for close outbreak in China. About 250 Marines and sailors are expected to be deployed to Central California to assist firefighters battling in the Creek Fire, U.S. military officials said. Judge extends order blocking severe from winding down in Person County. Federal judge simply blocks USPS operational changes. Trump announces commission promoted patriotic education. Plainville and Rentham placed to coronavirus red zone clusters and family and nursing home cited. Mansfield man charged with assault on women who confronted about opossum shooting in North Attleboro. North Attleboro's old gas plant site undergoing a year-long $14 million cleanup. Attleboro mayor rebukes family with coronavirus positive child at school causing 30 to quarantine. Foxborough man faces cocaine trafficking and charge up to undercover probe. Area firefighters are part of the Massachusetts Task Force 1 urban search and rescue team with now Oregon to help deal with the ongoing wildfire disaster. North Attleboro man sentenced for probation violation faces gun and other charges. Boston man got 22 years for Brockton robbery. 2 residents after a dozen plus gunshots near Brockton's shopping center. Smoke from wildfires caused an anti-orange Brockton area sky. Trump says his administration spoke to Warren Martin and Oracle about TikTok. Fed makes its last stand and struggle to keep putting an angel low interest rates. Michigan jobless claims continues dropping digital twin event that starts. NASA administrator discuss collaboration with U.S. Space Force. Earthquake Act reveals scale of ocean warming. A cure biosignature called Postman has been discovered in Venus's atmosphere. SpaceX delays next Starlink satellite fleet launch due to rocket recovery issue. CDC report that risk COVID-19 transmission based on false assumptions according to industry. Michiganders are urged to stay indoors as officials race to stop the spread of a dangerous mosquito-borne disease. Scientists may know where the coronavirus originates, he says. And Peter Children's time is 10:04. Time now for a sports report. Boston Celtics fell to the Miami Heat in Orlando in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals, 106-101. Boston Red Sox this afternoon beat the Miami Marlins 5-3. Justin Thomas takes a one-shot U.S. Open lead at easier than usual Winged Foot. Syracuse coach Jim Bohannon and his new start date. Right now we have 0 games. And Patriots Week 2 injury report. Julian Edelman and N'Keal Harry limited in practice for a second straight day. Peter Chill News time. 10:05. Time now for Peter Chill traffic and trends to check. Beep on the MBTA subway system. Looking good. Commuter rail. Province Line train 836, 8:58 a.m. from Wickford. Province Line train 836, 8:58 p.m. from Wickford Junction to operate 10 15 minutes faster between South Attleboro and South Station due to mechanical issue. And the ferries are looking good. Okay, let's take a look at highways and byways of New England. Route 3 on the northbound side, a little bit so between 228 Rutland and Derby Street in Hingham. Route 138 on the westbound side, also on the North Kingstown. 295 on the northbound side, also after Route 37 in Cranston. Second Bridge on both ends, it's backed up. Route 6 on the westbound side, Little Store 132 on the Barnstable. Mass back on the westbound side, so on Newton Corner. And then hit again before Route 9 in Framingham. 120 southbound side, also before Route 93 out in the Redden area. 495 on the northbound side, also Westford, Massachusetts. And Route 91 southbound side, also South Hadley. And Central Mass highways are looking good at 91 southbound side, so between Bridgeton down to Sunderland. 95 on the northbound side, a little bit so between Norwalk and Fairfield, Connecticut, and 84 eastbound side, low on Farmington, Connecticut, 84 westbound side, low on Vernon, Connecticut, 84 westbound side, low on Route 8 in Waterbury, Connecticut, and 84 eastbound side, so on Newtown, Connecticut. Route 101 westbound side, a little bit slow around Route 121 out in the Candia, New Hampshire area, and Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, ways 93 southbound side, also Francois, New Hampshire. Peter Chill News time is 10:07. Time now for weather report, the latest on the tropics. Shoulder pressure 22 to 35 mile per hour. Winds minimum center pressure 1,005 millibars. Located 21.9 at the north and 94.3 to the west. Moving northeast at 5 miles an hour. And the system is expected to strengthen to a tropical storm while moving slowly over the next western Gulf of Mexico during the next few days. While it's too early to determine what weather is going to see direct wind, storm surge, and rainfall impacts from this system impacts, but the western Gulf of Mexico should monitor the progress of the system and future updates to this forecast. Disturbed number 1, elongated area of low pressure looking at a few miles southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands is producing a disorganized shower and thunderstorm activity. Environmental conditions are expected to be conductive for development during the next few days, and a tropical depression could be formed before upper level winds become less favorable by late this weekend. The system forecast to move west-northwestward to 10-15 miles per hour during the next several days, and formation shifts in 4 hours. Medium 40% formation shifts in 5 days. Medium 50%. And for surface number 2 shows that thunderstorms have changed very little since this morning in association with a non-tropical area low pressure looking over the far northeastern Atlantic Ocean, several hundred miles east of the Azores. The system forecast moving eastward and then northeastward about 10 miles, and its opportunity for subtropical development will be soon be decreasing since it's expected to reach the coast of Portugal on Friday. Formation shifts in 40 hours, low 30%. Formation shifts in 5 days, low 30%. And now, gonna look at some models, look at the spaghetti models, and gonna take a look and see what Teddy's gonna do. And Teddy's gonna take a northwest track and then goes north. And we're gonna get some rain and wind in New England from Teddy. Looking at what the GFS model will say. This is 1 p.m. on Monday. We're gonna get some 30. We're gonna get We're going to get some breezy conditions on Monday and Tuesday, and we're going to see. We're going to see wind gusts around 30 miles per hour for much of Boston Providence quarter and 40 miles on the Cape. And then, according to the GFS model, according to the European model, it's going to make landfall between eastern Maine and western Nova Scotia. GFS model. Is going to have it make landfall in Nova Scotia. So it is 4 or 5 days away, so it's too soon to tell. Looking at forecast discussion. A cold front crosses southern New England tonight, perhaps triggering some light showers for some locations. The possibly steady light rainfall is most likely confined towards position in the Cape now. The main sort will be unseasonably cold conditions early next week. Along with a track of hurricane today, at this time, odds favor Teddy, passing far enough east to our region to limit potential impacts with just some minor coastal flooding and minor beach erosion and high surf and dry river with moderate temperatures are expected by the middle of the next week. Patchy clouds in northern Massachusetts show a cold front that is moving itself. A second patch for the clouds over the longlands is moving up across the Rhode Island, Massachusetts south coast, and the main area of clouds being watched has reached central New Jersey and will continue to move northeast tonight. The leading near to the rain with these clouds have reached Washington, D.C. and Chesapeake Bay by 6 p.m. and also moving northeast, and the clouds and rain associated with the remnants of the south. While most of the rain will be moving offshore, the northern edge continues to move toward the south coast of Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Extrapolation and the connected laws with both trended as south coast man 060. Answers remain consistent. Note the current forecast, no significant changes are planned. Okay, looking at the forecast, it goes like this. Today, chance of showers mainly after 5 a.m. Cloud skies low about 54 degrees and calm wind coming north around 5 miles per hour in the midnight. Chance of ratio is 30%. Friday, chance of showers mainly before 9 a.m. Cloud skies during present mostly set at 61 degrees and north wind about 8 to 10 miles per hour size. 22 miles per hour, chance of ratio 30%. Friday night, mostly good skies about 41 degrees and north wind about 6 to 8 miles per hour for Saturday. Sunny skies about 60 degrees and low 37, northeast at about 9 miles per hour, good size. 21 miles per hour for Sunday. Most skies about 59, low 41 degrees. Northeast at about 7 to 9 miles per hour, good size. 20 miles per hour for Monday. Sun skies about 60, low 44 degrees. Northeast at about 9 to 11 miles per hour for Tuesday. Most sun skies about 64, low 49 degrees. North wind about 9 miles per hour for Wednesday. Sun skies about 75, low 54 degrees. And west wind about 6 miles per hour for Thursday. Sun skies about 76 degrees and west wind about 3 to 6 miles per hour. Right now, Norton it's fair 63 degrees. And that's going to be it for Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Thursday night, September 17th, 2020. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. Hope you have a good night with a good bye day to stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. We will see you tomorrow morning. More important, I hope you all have a good night.